Hello, Haiku here for another Explore Pauper ladder match. Today I'm going to bring Izzet snakes. Well, only one of the Serpentine Curves and then four of the Tolarian Terrors. I collected some Alchemist greetings, even though it was already on Arena. But it made me feel better about playing it. So a couple things I worry about with this deck is burn and hexproof. And so this deck is really weak to both of those strategies. So for hexproof, you can play a bunch of End the Festivities, and then you just have to hope to draw your counters for their enchantments. And then for burn, I just cited in, I have these in the side. So I'm just going to slide in environmental sciences and a golden egg. And I think there was one other card that I was considering that gains life, but it's not that good. So pretty cold to burn if the matchup. So it's been a while since I played an Izzet control deck, and I haven't played it with Alchemist Greetings to kind of shore up the weakness that all your burn damage is only 3 damage. So and then Abrade is also 3 damage. And then this does have the finish of Serpentine Curve plus Fling. It's only one for each of the cards, and then you also have a Crash Through, which cycles early game, but then it can allow you to finish off the opponent if they have like a lot of random chump blockers. And then what I like about this deck is the Archaeologist can dump a bunch of Sorcerer's Instants, and then you have 4 Mystic Sanctuaries to eventually dig out your combo. So the fact that you can recur your win condition and combo pieces with your win condition, I feel like is pretty strong. One issue that I can foresee happening in this deck is, like the weakness to burn, weakness to 4 toughness creatures, having only one real answer to them, and then other than using 2 burn spells, which is also reasonable. And the aforementioned hexproof deck. So let's hope that Kavinica is not on any of those decks. So let's accept his challenge and not keep him waiting too long. All right. So I played him in the historic Pauper. I forgot what he played, and I haven't gone back and looked at it. I think most people play different stuff between historic and explorer, so I don't really even like to rely on that to try to figure out what he's on. Sorry about the sudden spike in volume here. All right, we got the play, but the real question will be, what did Kavinica bring today? So 2 Archivists to fill up my graveyard seems good. Unfortunately, the other thing that I didn't go over in the deck tech or the quick little intro is the possibility of playing. He's on proliferate. So feeling good about my choice. So you can shore up a little bit of those weaknesses by, I guess I'll wait. No, they do play main deck. Main deck. Shoot, I forgot the spell name. So I think playing around it and just controlling his amount of creatures, I think is going to be the play against proliferate. So I was about to say that going Grixis is a reasonable choice, since you have the Grixis fetch land, and Grixis can shore up your 2 weaknesses because you can get sack effects for the hexproof deck, and you can use the lifelink counter spell, or the spell that gives a lifelink counter to any of your creatures. So that was a really good play, or really good outcome for him. So I think I'm going to... I think I'm going to Abrade this turn. The other thing I'm thinking of is, do I want to play the Sanctuary this turn? And I think it's important. I think it's worth it to try to hit another island before I play the Sanctuary. Because I have these archivists to eventually draw me. So I'm going to go ahead and abrade this right now, playing around Snakeskin Veil. And just keeping the board clear. I think that's the most important thing for proliferate is you just need to keep the board clear and avoid getting too far behind, because they have a lot of creatures that when they die, they pass their counters on to the other creatures and stuff like that. And so I could try to keep up a burn spell to blow out Homestead Courage, or to just punish him casting Homestead Courage on his creature. But I think I'm doing well either way, so I'd rather play a little bit safer. All right. So I get punished by not playing this last turn, because I could have greeting into that. So instead, let's Archivist and try to find another burn spell. So let's go ahead and take the Frostbite. Frostbite does kill right now, but doesn't kill next turn, so let's go ahead and just use it. The reason why I'm being so aggro is trying to keep the board clear first against spells like these and creatures like that, and creatures like this, but also because I have another burn spell in hand, I can feel pretty good about doing this. So let's go ahead and kill that. It's unfortunate that I can't keep up Essence Scatter this turn, because I think that would really shut the door. I am bailed out for my 1 of 4 damage. So I've been playing around Snakeskin Veil this whole game, and now I'm going to get completely blown out if he had it. Okay. Alright, no attacks. So, we're not supposed to be playing with these cards yet. Because, like, this deck, the 4 Frostbites are crying out to become Galvanic Iteration. I don't know if I'm going to mention it to him. But just know that if you're truly playing with the new cards, then you should be playing with Galvanic Iteration. Or whatever the 1 mana that spell that gets better. So he has 1 flying creature that I can kill right now. He has no counters, so the proliferate doesn't give value. I think I just hold up Essence Scatters. So it's between the Archaeologist and Consider as my weakest cards. I think I'm going to go ahead and dump the Consider and go ahead and play out the Archaeologist this turn. Is there a world where I'll play two Frostbites? I think there is, so I'll go ahead and keep double red up. Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and take that rather than put a counter on this. All right. So I'll get smacked for 1 for a couple turns here until I decide to tap out and kill his airlift captain. Let's go block 1 of these. Let's see what he's got for me. So these are mostly just to fill up my graveyard and sacrifice fodder in case the opponent is bringing in edict effects for my cards. I think I go ahead and do it if he has some sort of play after I have Frostbite as a backup, so I think it's okay. And this is the other benefit of filling up your graveyard so aggressively. So let's go ahead and play that. Nice. I feel like the door is now shut for him. Let's go ahead and get... actually, I'm going to get... Since I have 2 burn spells, I'll go ahead and get another swamp. Let's not attack. And basically, if his creature gets value, or I can't burn it, then I will Essence Scatter, and if not, then I won't. That's not enough value for me to get scared. He has 2 ground creatures. That's fine. It's fine. I'll take 3 damage. yeah, so again, these cards we're not supposed to be playing with. So I have 3/3 stuff, so I can kill that, or I can counter that and then kill the informant. I'll go ahead and counter this one, just to use my mana a little bit more efficiently. Yeah, perfect draw. So let's go ahead and Modern Age into Fiery Temper. And I'm feeling really good about using the other Essence Scatter, so now I'm not getting too clogged on scatters compared to removal spells. It's going to take a while for me to find a clock, which is unfortunate. But he's already out of everything. So I'm never going to frostbite, or I'm not going to frostbite this Abrade Druid right now. It's not a concern. Okay, there's a Fling. Okay, I guess. I guess I'll go ahead and kill this. Rather than burn his face. No attacks. So I'm going to have a 2 damage clock soon, and then hopefully I'll draw into a snaky snake. Okay, did I toss it into the graveyard? I haven't even looked at what I've been tossing in the graveyard. So I think I'm going to just bring back my Frantic Inventory. Yep. So let's go ahead and just put that on top, and it's not that good of a play because it only draws 2. All right. I don't see any way that would be an issue, so let's go ahead and let that resolve. Okay, and same thing, I don't need to kill it right now. Not concerning. Let's keep a little bit more blue up this turn. There we go. All right, let's see if I can consider into a Snaky Snake. There we go. Wow, I called it. All right, let's go ahead and attack. Land my snake, and I'm expecting a concession after I land the snake. I guess he doesn't know that I have the game locked up for his board. That can outlast. I do have a removal spell. Let's go ahead and counter that so I can have a removal spell just in hand. Yeah. All right. So I'm feeling good about my deck choice, about avoiding Grixis to be a little bit more efficient. So let's bring in all of these removal spells. I don't need the gain life against this kind of deck. There is a little bit of graveyard synergy on his deck, but I think I can get away with not playing that. So if he doesn't grow his creatures, End the Festivities is good. But otherwise, I don't think it's very good. So I think could consider playing one of them. And then the Annul doesn't really hit anything. Negate does, but it's not super critical. I think it's more critical for me to be able to answer his creatures. And then he doesn't have infinite creatures, so I don't think I need to play the Fling game. I can just remove his creatures and then have a crash through. Shore Up can help protect my creatures and surprise on the blocks. So I think this is fine. Is any card potentially worse than End the Festivities? I don't think so. So I'm gonna keep it like this. So the big scare here is any creature getting above 3 toughness. So basically, I have to be able to kill the creatures before they get to 4 toughness, or else I'm having to use two removal spells on it. Yeah, so it's just this week that we're not allowing people to play with the Shadows of Innistrad cards, just because we want to make it equal for people to collect. So I wish I had talked to the opponent before, because I would have liked to show off the cards. But I think it's a strong enough matchup. It's not going to even matter that I'm playing a slightly weaker deck and he's playing with a slightly stronger deck than otherwise would be possible. So, so I do have a little bit of card filtering, but what I'm concerned with, okay, he already took 1 mulligan, and I'm on the draw. It's just without any red. I don't have a lot of red sources in the deck. So this gives me a redraw, and this is a redraw. And I think if I just stay ahead of the opponent, I think I'm going to be okay. And he mulliganed as well, so I think it's better off for me to mulligan right now. So I think I'm going to bottom this island. I want to keep double red just in case I draw Fiery Temper without any Madness outlet. So let's keep this 6. Let's put this on the bottom. So I think overall this hand is better than that opening hand. So let's see. I like drawing another Modern Age. It's going to make my Madness cards. It's going to be a good outlet. Okay. So he had a stop, so I'm going to go ahead and play around Snakeskin Veil. If he plays a creature and he purposely holds up the green, I'm probably going to just play Consider rather than Frostbite. Yeah, so he's holding up the green. I think I can continue to take 1 damage a turn. I don't have to worry about that. I'll go ahead and take an Essence Scatter. He's stuck on 1 land. I think I'm in a pretty comfortable position here. Let's go ahead and hold up Essence Scatter on his turn. And also I have Consider up. And this just taxes the opponent. If he's going to have to hold up 1 mana every turn to hold up Snakeskin Veil, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I think he's a little bit salty that he's missing land drops. I think I just want to continue hitting my land drops. This doesn't make my terror better, but I think it's fine. And yeah, drawing into that. So now, I think I'll go ahead and remove it because I'll attempt to remove it because on my turn I'm going to go ahead and drop the Modern Age into Fiery Temper. So, yep, Snakeskin Veil, all according to plan. Okay. And getting my 4th land drop is also another awesome draw. So I remove his threat. I have a clear board, only one land in play for the opponent. So unless he can get something really strong in this turn, I'm going to feel really good. So let's see, was he stifling his development to hold up Snakeskin Veil? Interesting. I guess he wasn't. Okay, discard a card. So I think I can go ahead and... So if I discard Frantic Inventory, then I can play Crash Through and then Tolarian Terrors. Okay, I'm only going to play 1 though this turn just so I can hold up Essence Scatter. I can let this resolve, and then I can just Frostbite it. I guess yeah. Opponent sees the writing on the wall. I'm going to go ahead and Frantic Inventory so I can get some more land drops, get more answers. Yeah. So let's go ahead and bring back. Got so many choices. I have a scatter in hand, so let's go ahead and bring back a Frostbite, or I could just bring back another draw 2. Yeah, actually I think a draw 2 is where I want to be. Okay, and let's continue to hold up my scatter. Yeah. I should speed up because he's already basically conceded, but if he's not actually conceding, then I'll continue to play. Yeah, I think he just got disappointed with his mana screw. All right, well, hopefully you appreciated the Izzet deck. I never got the combo off of Giant Serpent plus Fling, but it does come together more often than you would think. Because of Mystic Sanctuaries and because of the Archaeologist filling up your graveyard. So, yep, GG's.